tell us what you've sort of been up to since the last meeting that we had.
I've actually been working on a lot of things since we last spoke. Lately, I've been actually focusing on the humanitarian work that Miss Universe Canada does. I had the opportunity to travel to Colombia and go to Operation Smile, and it was actually truly mind-blowing, all the things they do for the children there.
So tell me a little bit about Operation Smile, since I've heard of it, but I don't know really sort of what they do or everything about it.
Operation Smile is actually a foundation that works to provide children with Cleft Lip or Cleft Palate with services, such as surgery, pediatrics, social work, dentistry. And it's truly amazing because people don't realize, but a children is actually born with a cleft lip or a cleft palate every 3 minutes. And just a surgery for such a thing only costs around $240 and only about 45 minutes to fix.
So you mentioned you went to Colombia and you actually saw some of this stuff happening. Can you give me some insight into your actual experience?
Yeah, so I actually had the opportunity to go into an OR and watch a surgery on a 7-month-old baby. It was a really interesting experience. I had never been into an OR, and just seeing how a simple surgery can change the baby's life and the family's life is truly amazing.
Is there something you've noticed as a difference with what our healthcare is like here in Canada versus what you've seen in other parts of the world?
Yes, well actually here in Canada we're actually very fortunate because when a child is born with a cleft lip or a cleft palate, they are operated on immediately. This is not the same in other third world countries such as Colombia, Nicaragua, the Philippines, where if a child is born and they come from a low-income family, the families really have to rely on these foundations for surgeries and for social work and for help.
So, obviously, as you mentioned, this is such a big deal for families around the world, and it's so much more impactful for them than it is for us who are so fortunate. So what is it that we can do, and what are you doing to actually help out this foundation?
Well, there's lots of things that we can do. I mean, of course, donating. But apart from donating, you can also volunteer, and kind of what I've been trying to do, which is bring awareness to the subject and kind of just educate people on what a cleft lip and a cleft palate is and how you can help.
Sometimes I feel like things are misunderstood in the social media space. We see such a beautiful world on the outside, and with what I do, with what Leily has done, and with what organizations like Miss Universe Canada do for people, is they really give us a sense of hope and happiness, ambition, drive, joy, all the good feelings that come from inside and that really come from the heart, things that we really want to translate to the outside world as we grow and really try to get the awareness out there. But what people don't always realize is there's a lot of work and just hardship that goes into creating this beautiful outside world, and part of why we do it is just so people can really get the good things that come from it, but there really is a lot of thought that goes into everything that we do, and particularly with what I've been learning with Miss Universe Canada and all of their initiatives, they really try hard to get the girls involved in, obviously loving themselves and having that self-confidence, but really being able to get involved in their community as well, and showing that through their passion for charities and for really giving back. So the more people we can really get on board, the larger our audiences get, the more of a voice we have, and the more we can really make change in the world. And I think that's ultimately everyone's goal. That's why I do what I do in the social media space. That's what I've been hearing from Leily, and I think it's great to see that synergy with Miss Universe Canada and her journey, and just really understanding what we can do to make a change in the world. This is an awesome event. I have been really enjoying myself. What have you been hearing from people, and sort of what's your experience so far?
So this event has actually been a lot of fun. We had a great turnout. A lot of people came out to support, and I think today I just heard a lot of questions about what Operation Smile is and what they do. So it made me feel really good to actually, tell people about what this organization does and just, letting the message out of what we can do for children.
This is more of a general question, but kind of what does it feel to be in your place right now, to be going through this journey, have made it this far, and also just with your growth and influence, growing in general, and your ability to make change, not just for your own life, but for in the lives of others. What does that feel like to be kind of where you are right now?
It feels amazing. It truly feels so good to be able to help out all these children. And I mean, I don't know, I just feel so excited and I feel blessed to be able to help out and give back, and it just feels really good.
That is amazing, and obviously you're in this because of course you want to win it, but I think from what I know from you, it's a lot bigger than that. You really want to be able to do a lot more in the future. So maybe can you tell me a bit more about where you see this kind of taking you in the future? So if you are the winner, where do you think that's going to help you get?
Well, I do want to win, obviously, but I mean, with the crown or without the crown, I know what my goals are and I know what kind of difference I want to make in the world. So nothing's going to stop me until I do it.
So we're only a few weeks away from the actual day of the competition. What are you feeling right now? And just, how do you feel about everything?
I think I have so many emotions going through me right now. I feel excited, I feel nervous, but I can't wait to start all of it. I can't wait to meet all the girls and just have the best week of my life.